All right, today we're doing Unit 9, Lesson 2. We'll be multiplying whole numbers by non-unit fractions and getting whole numbers out of that multiplication method. We'll talk about how non-unit and unit fractions work and whole numbers. SAB page 375 through 376. Okay, so we're going to visualize separate steps. Silver City is 24 miles away and Gus has driven a fourth of the distance. Emma has driven 3/4 of the distance. So we're going to look at how far Gus has driven. Well, Gus, if you look here, has driven 6 miles. So we're going to put 6 on this line down here. If it lets me. And then it asks, how many miles has Emma driven? Well, Emma's driven 18. How many times as far has Emma driven? 3, right? If you look here, there's 3 extra chunks there comparatively. So if 1/5 of a distance is 3 kilometers, how far is 4/5? Well, think of it like 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3 times 4. Right, which is 12. So 4/5 is 12 kilometers. Okay, if 1/8 of a container weighs 2 pounds, how much is 3/8? Well, 2 times 3 is 6, so 6 pounds. You guys kind of see how that works? If 1/7 of a book is 4 pages, 2/7 would be 8 pages. Okay, so I just multiplied what the unit fraction part is by the numerator at the top. Shady Grove is 40 miles away. Middleton is 1/5 of the way there, and Parkview is 2/5. So how far is Middleton from there? Well, if you take 40 and divide it by 5, 1/5 would be 8 miles. So 8 miles, right? Well, then 2/5 would be 16 miles. I just doubled that 8 miles. Okay, Ocean City is 42 miles from home. We've gone 35 miles. What fraction of a distance have we gone? So this is thinking of it another way. And so you can have this picture here and you can see how many pieces, equal pieces they've chopped it into. They have to be equal pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 equal pieces and they've gone 5/6 of the way. Okay, so you're looking at equal pieces. How can we divide that up into equal pieces? Perilous Peak is 80 miles away. We're 3/10 of the way there. How many more miles do we have to go? Well, 1/10 would be 8. So you're going to do basically 8 times 3, okay, to get your 3/10. Oh, how many more miles do we have to go, right? 8 times 3. When you do 8 times 3, you get 24, but we're not done yet because we want to know how much is left. And it's not 24 miles. So we're going to take 80 and we're going to subtract 24. So 80 minus 24 is 56. And that's my actual answer, is I have 56 miles to go. Okay, do you guys see how I did that? I found what 3/10 would be, and then I actually subtracted to find out what was left. Windy Bay is 48 miles away. Make up your own fraction word problem. You guys are on your own for that one, so write some kind of fraction word problem to match up with that, and we'll share them in group tomorrow. Okay, looking forward, we're just going to solve some problems to help us work through these. This is like 18 divided by 3, which is 6. So then 2/3 would be doubling it, so it's 12. 27 divided by 9 is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 4/9. Okay. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay. So 8 times 3 then is 24. So 3/4 of 32 is 24. 42 divided by 6 is 7. Okay. 7 times 5 is 35. So hopefully that kind of makes sense what I'm doing there. I'm finding the unit fraction, then I'm taking the numerator and I'm multiplying it by the unit fraction in order to find out those larger fraction pieces. Okay, which one does not mean the same thing as the others? Well, 2/3 times 21, or 2/3 of 21, is saying the same thing. 1/3 of 21 plus 1/3 of 21 would give me 2/3. 1/3 of 21 times 2 would also give me 2/3. 21/3 plus 21/3 would be 2/3. This is the one that does not belong. Okay, 2/3 plus 21 would be 21 and 2/3. That's not the same thing. All right, let's look at some information over here. Which building is the largest? Hopefully you guys kind of remember this from last time. You would want to say the hotel, because it's 6 times as tall as the bank. Okay. The bus station is the shortest. Okay. Because it is 1/6 times as tall as the bank. How many stories does the sports shop have? When you look at the sports shop, if the bus station has 2, so you're going to go in and you're going to go, suppose the bus station has 2, right? 2 times 1/6. How many stories does the sports shop have then? Okay, well, 1/6, okay, is what bus station is. So the sports shop has 10 times 2, which is, or sorry, 5 times 2, which is 10 stories. Okay. How many stories does the bank have then? Well, the bank would have 12 stories, right? Because the bank has those extra 2 stories from up here. Okay, I'm going to erase this 2 for you guys. All right, suppose the bank is 5 stories tall. Okay, so let's plug that in here for 5 stories tall. How many stories tall is the hotel? 5 times 6 is 30 stories. Okay, and then how many stories? Suppose the hotel is 36 stories, so we're going to plug that in here. I'm going to erase this other one. Okay, and how many stories does the bank have then? Well, working backwards, 36 then divided by 6. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So the bank would have 6 stories. So if the bank has 6 stories, the hotel has 36 stories. How many does the bus station have? Well, the bus station is 1/6 as tall as the bank. Well, then it's 1, because 1/6 of 6 is 1. How many stories does the sports shop have? 5. Okay, because 5/6. All right, guys. We'll practice this some more in class. Just remember, as you go to non-unit fractions, you're taking the numerator here and multiplying it by what the unit fraction would be. So if you can find the unit fraction of 1, then you can multiply to find the other. So kind of think about these up here that we did. You take the unit fraction, find that. That's fairly easy, right? Divide by the denominator, divide the whole number by the denominator, and then you're going to multiply that in order to get the next one. All right, we'll see you in class.